Hi folks, Gamerbug here again, and once again we're playing the Black Death, and it's the Long Night update, which is the 0.12 update. So we're on the last class of my overview, and we're on the Outlaw. And in the 0.11 version of the game, I wasn't impressed by this class. It was kind of broken, they didn't really have a lot of skills fleshed out. So is it better this time round? Yeah, it's better. Is it good? I'm not so sure. It feels overly ambitious. So here's our chap. We're having fun in what I'm going to say is a pig pen in BioWare, and he looks kind of cool. And we'll go into, as always, the skills and things we can learn straight away. So what can we learn from this class? Well, as you can see, there's a fair amount of things that they can actually learn. 2 different weapons, bunch of clothing, and a bunch of miscellaneous. Now, that may look good on the surface, but there's a lot of repetition, and to be fair, a lot of it isn't much cop. So, let's start with the weapons. We have 2 available to us. Stick crossbow, which costs 2 points, I believe, and a heavy crossbow that costs a whopping 5 points. 5 points to learn that. Wow, that is way too expensive if you ask me. That's the same as the claymore for the knight, I think. Sorry, just get that out of the way. I think that's it. I don't think there's much else that's 5 points. Possibly opening blacksmith up. Excuse me. A little bit of a cold coming on. Anyway, so 5 points. Wowza. Then we have this armor, this hide tunic here. We also have a crude padded tunic, and we also have a heavy crude padded tunic, which is what I'm wearing. If I'm honest, why do we need that many different types of pretty much the same armor? They're all fairly easy to craft, so that's good, and they're not bad in the sense of how much armor they give you. So just take that and that off. 27 points from the heaviest one. So that's not too bad, and they look cool. I have to say that looks awesome. I do think it looks quite swanky. I'm not sure about the weird lower bit that, you know, the trousers look a bit odd with it. It looks like I'm wearing an apron, but overall I think it looks quite cool. So yeah, they've got 3 different types of armor and this great helm, which is kind of cool as well. I have to admit, that looks pretty good. I like it. So what else do we get in clothing? Well, we get a bandana, which it looked a bit weird on my character because my character's bold, and let me just take the helmet off again. Yeah, it looked a bit odd on him. Didn't quite look right. I think if it had hair it might look better, although we're not sure why my eyes look so gimpy and weird. So yeah, not wonderful. And we get this skull helmet that just looks really wrong when you put it on, so not great. We also get the ability to unlock a merchant's tunic, a monk's robe, and a leather work apron that gives me the title associated with them. So I guess if someone looked at my character, it would say blacksmith. If I had blacksmith title chosen, I do that by doing this. So I'm assuming if somebody looked at my character now, it would say I'm a blacksmith. But I'm obviously an outlaw. But I can change my outfit to look like a blacksmith. Now I can't because I haven't got one crafted, so let's just say that I've decided I look like a merchant, and I'm going to put on my merchant tunic that I crafted. And maybe I kind of look a bit like a merchant. I mean, I've got a crossbow, and chances are I'm going to get that because I'm an outlaw, so but let's take that off. That crossbow, where are we? So there you go, I look a lot like a merchant. I mean, I'm wearing leather trousers because I've come through the outlaw career, sorry, hunter career. But I mean, you know, let's take those off as well then. There we go, we look a bit like a merchant, don't we? Not really. Not wearing the merchant's hat or the merchant's trousers. If I'm going to be a merchant, may as well have all of those. But someone could come up to me and I could sell them an item because they think I'm a merchant. Except I can't, because I don't actually have the merchant store. It's not an option. But if I was a blacksmith, I guess I could make them, or I could sell them a fake sword, because I have a fake sword. You can make a fake sword. Is that the one? Yeah. So I could sell them that. Except I can't, can I? Because, I mean, they'd have to chuck it on the floor, and they'd have to pick it up and chuck the money on the floor. I'm not actually a merchant, so I can't sell them anything. But if I was a monk, I could give them some phony potions or something. So, you know, they go, ooh, phony potions, but they don't know it's phony. But again, there's no actual way for me to trade them, apart from chucking it on the floor. So I think the developers think this is a really cool idea, and there is sort of potential there. I think it's overly ambitious, and it should just be a disguise of some sort. I don't know why I'd want to disguise myself as any of the classes I am there. I'd rather disguise myself just as a random peasant, or as a guard, or disguise myself as a bandit so bandits don't attack me. Or, you know, maybe I was being chased by a guard. I could nip around the corner like this. And if I had a disguise skill or something, they're chasing me, I could go bang, hit the disguise skill, and they turn the corner, and the guard goes, oh, where's he gone? I don't know. You know, that would be cool. This isn't. So anyway, let's get back to, so we can also make, alongside all of these things, and by the way, that leatherwork apron is 5 points for a leatherwork apron, to pretend to be a blacksmith that does nothing, because I can't fix a weapon. So as soon as I can't, that's the only reason anyone's ever going to speak to a blacksmith, can you fix my armor? I'll go, no, or I'm not going to do it, and then they'll think, well, you're not a blacksmith then, are you? Or you're an arse. Monk's robe, again, it's pointless, absolutely pointless, those skills. Really, really dumb and stupidly expensive. We can also craft a bag of gold to trick others. How am I going to trick someone? What am I going to do with it? Chuck it on the floor? Let's drop that. So we've dropped it. Someone's going to come along and go, a bag of gold. Wow. Pick it up. And then sell it to a merchant for 34 gold. That's not a con, is it? That's actually what it is. So unless no one's gonna, if I turn around and go, I'm gonna throw a bag of gold on the floor to pay for a weapon you've just given me, they're gonna go, all right, pick it up and go, no, that's not enough money, is it? And then I've just failed. So bit weird that. So yeah, pointless, absolutely pointless that is. It's better to not bother. One of the ingredients for that is cloth. You can sell cloth for more than that anyway, so what's the point? This stupid sword here is pointless. No, who are you going to con with a crap sword? It costs a piece of wood and I think a piece of cloth to craft it as well. Let me have a look. The cloth's worth more than the sword. The wood's worth about 13 or 14. It's really, really stupid. Absolutely pointless. So all of these skills are pointless. The only other good skills I get is iron ingot, which is great, and iron plate. Now, if you've seen my knight video, knights don't learn iron plate but need it for 2 of their recipes. These get iron plate and need it for 1 of their recipes. That. Why are they given iron plate and a knight isn't? Like they've gone, well, if they haven't got an iron plate, they can't make that a helmet. Well, the knight can't make his helmet or his armour. It's really, really, really weird. I'd rather they just didn't have that helmet. It just doesn't make any sense to give them iron plate. Or they just used iron in it. Didn't need the plate thing. Really, really weird. Some bizarre decisions made here. They just don't feel like they've fleshed these characters out that far. So anyway, what skills do we keep? We keep bone meal, which is really, really good, because as I say, that's a great way, if you've watched my hunter video, to grind up some experience points. But unlike the hunter, they also get iron ingot and iron plate, and it's really easy for them to make their helmet. So 3 iron ore turns into an iron ingot. If you can get 6 of those, 6 iron ore, you get 2 iron ingots. Turn those into an iron plate, turn those into a helmet with a piece of leather, and you've just ground up about 240 odd experience points for you, which is quite good. And if you're going on a mining run, you probably get an awful lot of that. Alternately, you've got bone meal. Each one of those is worth 145 experience points. So great. So that's good. Everything else on here is just beggar. That's all beggar stuff. Beggar, 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 beggar. Peasant, I think. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, peasant and peasant. Peasant. So those three are from a peasant. They don't keep anything from being a outlaw beforehand. They get this sword, which is pointless, and it supposedly breaks in 2 hits. I've not even tried, so bleh. So they don't get any new hand weapons at all. I think they used to have mace, but that's been taken away. They get the stick crossbow and the heavy crossbow. I'll go into those in a bit, because some of these actually asked me on comments in one of my videos, could I do a comparison of these and how good they are, especially because of how expensive they are. So I'm going to do that at the end of the video. So on here, nothing new. This is all beggar stuff. On here, this is just all beggar and peasant stuff, but it's still more than the knight gets, because for some reason the knight doesn't get any of the peasant stuff. I think I still believe that's an oversight. On here, they keep leather from hunter. That and that is from being a peasant. And then they get this. So they get a lot of stuff there, and they're a hell of a lot, really expensive. And they get 3 different types of armor. They must have just had that one. It's much cooler. Or that one and that one. They don't need this one as well. And then they get the iron ingot and this stupid bag of gold. So they're not a very exciting class. They do, however, have a class skill of pickpocket. Let's go and pick a pocket. Go up to a guy. Right, that doesn't do anything, so we can't actually pick his pocket. Oops, that was accidental. Maybe we can go over and pick the pocket of this guy here. No. Maybe we can pick the pocket of dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. A guard. No. No, we can't. Maybe we can pick player's pocket. Why would that be a thing? Why would we care about picking a pocket of a player and not NPCs? There are a hell of a lot more NPCs around that I might want to steal a bit of coin off. And a player, if I nick money off him, he's going to cut my head off a lot faster than any of these NPCs are. And probably chase me down. Don't even know if that skill works. None of the skills work on this character. It's got some okay skills. You know, that's alright. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. But they're just sort of coincidentals, that especially. And to make this, you don't even need that. So, and they've got this and they, I mean, they've got some nice armor. That's kind of it. I mean, let's put all the stuff back on. It's all protected. We'll drink a little bit of water. There we go. So these are pointless. These bags of gold now. I'm just going to get rid of them now because they're just waiting.
Good to see another person on the road.
Sell that. Tell me I can sell it fine as well. Sell this rubbish sword. I'm going to sell that merchant's tunic. And I'm suddenly not as weighed down as I was. So all that stuff weighs me down a hell of a lot as well. That thread, by the way, is all there because I was collecting sticks for arrows, and the only way to really do it is by getting cotton. It's the best way. There's a few barrels in BioWick, and some of them have them, but not many. So just check if the blacksmith's actually got any for sale as well. He has, so we'll get that. 18 should be enough, I think.
Goodbye.
Got 18? Yeah, 18. So, what's my overview of this class? It's not finished still. It doesn't really work. I don't like the idea of this class. I don't like the idea of an outlaw as a profession. It feels like anyone can be an outlaw. I mean, you can argue that anyone can be a peasant and anyone can be a beggar, but they're sort of mandatory classes. But it feels like it's less of a vocation or sort of thing, or it's just I'm going to be bad. I'm going to be bad, so I'm an outlaw. I'm like, well, okay, fair enough. Not a problem. you know,
Make it
going to
quick.
be good.
I'm busy.
And I'm not an outlaw. It's yeah, a knight can be an outlaw. A hunter can be an outlaw. A monk could be an outlaw if he wants to. I don't actually think it was the best thought out of ideas. I have other ideas, what I think would be great. Doesn't matter what they are because they're not going to happen. But I will actually do a video. I've been thinking a lot about what I would have loved to have seen in this, or a game like this, for classes. I'm going to use this sort of system that they have in this game as my benchmark, and work from there. But yeah, overridingly, I don't think this is a good class. It's not worth your time, really. If you want to be an outlaw, just be a blacksmith and say, I'm an outlaw. And you're done. And to be fair, I think most of the players I've seen online, that's what they do. So, yeah, that's it. What I'm going to do now is wait for the night to pass. And I'll be back to do a bit of an overview of the crossbows and whether they're any good or not. Okay, so we are back and we're going to try out some of these weapons. So at the moment I've actually got a spear on my back. I need to craft something. It's just become daytime. I've actually been picking a few rocks up as well, so I might try and grab a bunch more arrows if I can. The easiest way to do that is going to be to grab cotton. Assuming it's respawned, that is. So we're going to go to where I farm all the cotton from and figure things out. So there's going to be a wolf over here, because there's always a wolf over here. There's a pig there, isn't it? Maybe I could try my crossbow on that pig. I'm not going to try it on the wolf because the wolves are a bit buggy on this. I'm going to try and show you what damage it does to a person. I might try and hit an animal with one as well. See what happens. Come on, wolf, where are you? Making me a liar now. There is definitely a wolf around here. There's always a wolf around here. It may have got glitched out, but there is always a wolf around here. There he is, told you. So we killed that wolf. Not bothered. I was more just intrigued. So we have a lot of arrows, so let's try them out, shall we? Well, I say we've got a lot of arrows, we haven't got as many as you think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try out the heavy crossbow on that guy there. They're both going to come for me. There's nothing I can do about that. The targeting on this is awful. The range is pretty bad as well. Boom, that actually hit him. That hit him. That hit him. My stamina, if you notice in the bottom corner, goes down really badly. So is that 3 or 4 shots? 5. 6.
Well, look here.
7. 8. 9. 9 shots from this to take that down. 5 points and took 9 shots. I'm not going to try out the stick bow just yet. The stick crossbow. I'm going to actually get some arrows because I haven't got enough. If the cotton has grown back from when I last came here, it has. Great. I'm also going to try to find an animal to test this out if I can. But yeah, basically you can't spam the fire button as well. There's a deer there. But he's off. He's gone. Can't have him. You can basically fire once, draw back, fire again, draw back. And by draw back I mean pull back. Pull yourself away from the fight, not draw back as in draw your crossbow back. You don't actually have to draw it in this game. It does the same damage, I'm pretty positive, regardless of whether you hold the button down or not. I could be wrong on that. I've yet to find a difference from holding down the button. Do we actually get a stick from that last thing? I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, so we'll craft that up. So we're on... I thought we were on 11 arrows. We're now on 11 arrows again. That's a bit weird. We're not getting sticks. That's annoying. Because if it took 8 or 9 shots before, it's going to take a lot more with that stick crossbow, I assume. Or the stick crossbow has the same damage, because there isn't even a damage sort of thing. And I don't get any sticks. This is really annoying. There's a wolf going to come here, by the way. It always does. There it is. That, I think it's going to have a bandit next to it. Yep. Oh, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've got no stamina at all. I'm just having to be hit. Got to wait for that stamina to build up. 5. Stamina to build up. 6. I might try and take out that pig though. Miss. Miss. Miss, I think. Definite miss. For some reason it won't let me fire my last arrow. No. Which is really weird. So let me try equipping the stick bow. Stick crossbow. Oh, let's just eat that. No, it's now I've not got the extra arrow that I just had. Did I actually get a stick? I didn't get a stick either. I just heard a wolf. So yeah, there you go. That's how good this crossbow is. It's not. It's actually really rubbish. Bows are not good in this game. They're alright for animals. They're probably the only thing that's going to allow you to hit an animal from a distance. They're iffy. The bow seemed to go a hell of a lot further. The flat bow felt like it went really far when I fired that. But yeah, this crossbow seemed really naff. The flat bow I think was 4 points. Oh no, that's the recurve bow was 4 points. The flat bow I don't know. Is it? Oh, hang on. Stop still. You're gonna stay still. So I mean, they don't even stop. Oh, they have stopped. Okay. I've got to craft as many arrows now as I can. He's gone. Oh, he's there. Basically running, I think, startles them and they're off. Chicken. Chicken's only one hit with a normal weapon, so I'm not really gonna waste my time with that. This is the problem. You know, trying to show off how poor or good these bows are, and you can't even get your hands on the sticks. I mean, there are plenty of like awful sticks if I went down to the beach, but I can't be bothered. You can see it's not very good just from this. Just got tons of cotton. That's all I've managed to get. Might see if there's an animal I can shoot at or something, just to sort of show off this crappy crossbow. But are the crossbows any good? Well, no, they're not. They're not very good at all. That's quite poor. What you have spotted, by the way, is just showing off the route how to get a load of cotton. Probably do that every other day in game day. It's not bad. Think about it. Oh, pigs. Okay. Oh my god, they ran so fast again. It's like they'll stop for a second and then just bolt. Sheep are about the only ones I've ever caught up to in that sense. They have a tendency to disappear. Like they've stopped now. Oh, there's a wolf back. Normally takes a little bit longer for that wolf to spawn. But not this time. Where's he gone? There he is. Oh, there's not a wolf. Oh, he is, he's there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that pig to stop. Oh, there you go. There's one there. Miss. So I mean, that's it. I've just wasted my arrows. Absolutely pointless. Whereas I can just sort of run up to this pig. Oh, no, disappeared. Catch him and just wallop him with this. I mean, I'm even going to demonstrate. Where we go. Where's the wooden spear? One of the things you can get as a beggar. 9 shots it took on that bandit. Let's draw this bandit to us.
Die!
See how many shots it takes to get rid of him.
You'll be in my cooking pot once I finish chopping you up.
3.
Give me your gold.
5. 6. 7. I can craft that in seconds. I don't need anything better. And there you go. So to the person who asked, comparison between the crossbows and the other, is it any good? No, it's not. It's absolutely diabolically bad. Is it better than a bow? Actually, the bows are probably easier to craft, easier to learn. I don't know about how much stamina they take. I really don't. But all in all, I prefer the bows. They felt like they had more damage on the flat, not damage, more range on the flat bow. The damage was still bad. But bows, apart from hunting animals, are not worth it. If you're going to shoot any animal, you've got to hope the animal is already quite in range. You've stopped still, and then you might get the opportunity to actually shoot at it. Most of the time, I would tell the person, don't waste your time with it. Wait for a cow to spawn if you want an animal. Pigs to spawn. Sometimes you can catch sheep. Chickens aren't too bad. You can get them easy enough. I mean, they don't drop health, I don't think. Oh, it's a night bandit. Look, there he is. Saw these two fight a while ago, and the militiaman actually lost, which is weird because the militiaman normally always wins. But yeah, so yeah, hunt animals with your hand weapons, and just pick the ones that actually work. I've yet to see it be a good thing to hunt animals with a crossbow or anything like that, and you saw how difficult it is to get sticks. And the places you can get just sticks from tend to be poor quality sticks. So, oh, he won. Well done him. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is my overview of the classes done. All in all, I will give you that the blacksmith is the best, but I think that's just by default. I don't think they should be. They just happen to be. I think that the hunter and militia are probably the next best classes together, just because I enjoyed them, or they've got a lot to offer. Beyond that, I would say the peasant is a good class and fun to play. I enjoyed playing the beggar, even though it wasn't. It was necessary to do it. I don't know. I didn't mind the beggar at all. The merchant's not bad. It's not great. It's just a way to get through to blacksmith, but he's not the worst class to get there. It's just, he is what he is. Because he can make silver though, he's quite easy to grind through. Monk, nah, there's potential there, but there's nothing good there, nothing worth really shouting about. And the outlaw and knight, I'd say the Outlaw's better just because he can craft his own stuff. But the Knight stuff looks a bit cooler. But he can't craft it. So the worst classes in the game are probably this and the Knight, only because you have to be a beggar. You can't make the choice, so you may as well make the most of it. Whereas you can choose to be this, and there's no reason to, nor the Knight. So, done. Overview for now until they change or revamp something. Until then, thank you for watching this group of videos, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Until then, Gamerbug out.